Hello, friends. It's your pal, Phil. And today, we are in one of the most beautiful cities in the world, Stockholm. I mean, look at this place. During the day, history design-friendly people. But when the sun sets, oh, something magical happens. The city puts on a whole new outfit. Lights start to twinkle on the water, like a million little diamonds on the canals. You can feel a buzz in the air, a happy energy. It's the sound of a city getting ready to have some fun. Reflections of Gamla Stan shimmer across the water. It's a postcard. No, better than a postcard. You're in it. People leaving offices, faces lit up. Meeting friends laughing, heading to restaurants and bars starting to glow. Cobblestone streets echo with footsteps and chatter. Groups gathering on bridges, taking it all in. Crisp, clean air. The smell of food, maybe meatballs? Boats glide by, lights adding to the scene. A symphony of sights and sounds. Not loud or chaotic, elegant, sophisticated excitement. I love this feeling. This is just the start. Okay, first things first. We need a plan. And my plan always starts with finding a nice, cozy spot to ease into the evening. Where better to do that than Gamla Stan? The old town. Walking through these narrow streets. Walking through these winding streets. Buildings painted warm shades of gold. Buildings painted warm shades of red. The streetlights cast a soft golden glow on the cobblestones. It's so romantic. You almost expect a knight in shining armor to walk by, or at least someone offering you a delicious pastry. I'd take the pastry. We're heading to a place called Pharmarium. It used to be the very first pharmacy in Sweden, way back in the 1500s. Now it's a fantastic cocktail bar. Inside, it's dark and mysterious. Old apothecary jars on the shelves. Velvet curtains. The atmosphere is just perfect for starting a conversation. I ordered something called the Beetlejuice. Don't worry, it's not made of actual beetles. It was a fascinating mix of gin, beetroot, other secret ingredients. It came in a beautiful, ornate glass and tasted earthy and sweet and a little bit surprising. It's a drink that makes you think. You can sit in a comfy chair, sip your amazing concoction, and just watch the world go by through the old windows. It's the perfect way to begin our night. What's great about Gamla Stan is that it's full of little places like this. You can find ancient pubs in cellars that have been around for centuries, serving up good Swedish beer. There are also tiny wine bars, a nice glass of something red, a plate of cheese. If Gamla Stan is the historic heart of Stockholm, then Södermalm is its cool bohemian soul. We just took a short walk over a bridge, and wow, the vibe completely changed. This is where the artists, musicians, fashion-forward folks hang out. The buildings are a bit more modern, but the streets are still full of charm. Södermalm, or Söder as the locals call it, has this relaxed, effortlessly cool energy. It's less about grand history and more about what's happening right now. It's where you find vintage shops, independent art galleries, and of course, some of the best bars in the city. Our destination is a place called Morfar Ginkgo. It means Grandpa Ginkgo. I love that name. It has a big open space with a huge tree growing right in the middle of the bar. How cool is that? In the corner, there's a ping pong table. A ping pong table in a bar. This is my kind of place. The crowd here is eclectic. You see students, creative types, people in their 20s and 30s all mingling and having a great time. The music is a fun mix of indie rock and electronic beats. It's loud enough to feel lively, but you can still hear your friends talk. The drinks here are straightforward and good. They have a great selection of local craft beers on tap. I tried a Swedish IPA that was fantastic, hoppy and refreshing. People are just chilling, playing ping pong, and enjoying the laid-back atmosphere. It doesn't feel pretentious at all. It feels like you've been invited to a really cool house party. A house party with a giant tree and much better drinks than I ever had at a house party. It's the kind of place you could come to alone and leave with 5 new friends. Södermalm is full of gems like this. There's another spot called Trädgården, which means the garden. It's an outdoor club under a bridge that's only open in the summer. It's legendary. They have live music, art installations, and multiple dance floors. It's a whole festival in one place. Söder is all about this kind of creative, communal fun. It's not about dressing up in fancy clothes. It's about being yourself, listening to good music, and sharing a good time with good people. I could definitely get used to this, but our night is not over yet. Onward! Okay, friends, take a deep breath. We're leaving the bohemian cool of Söder behind and heading to Östermalm. This is the posh part of town, the fancy neighborhood. You can feel it right away. The buildings are grand and immaculate. The streets are lined with high-end designer stores. Even the air feels a little more expensive here. This is where you go when you want to get dressed up, see and be seen, and experience the glamorous side of Stockholm's nightlife. We're going to a place that is the definition of Stockholm glamour. Rish. This place is an institution. It's been here forever, and it's always packed with a stylish crowd. It's part restaurant, part bar, part art gallery. The decor is classic French brasserie meets modern Scandinavian design. It's beautiful. White tablecloths, sparkling chandeliers, amazing contemporary art on the walls. The people here are dressed to the nines. It's a fantastic place for people watching. You might see a Swedish celebrity, a business tycoon, or a group of friends celebrating a special occasion in style. The bar at Rich is legendary. It's always buzzing with energy. The bartenders move with a special kind of grace, shaking up classic cocktails and their own signature creations. I got a perfectly made dry martini. It was crisp, cold, and exactly what you want when you're feeling a little fancy. The sound here is a mix of sophisticated house music and the constant hum of happy, animated conversation. It's a high-energy vibe, but it's still elegant. Östermalm is the heart of Stockholm's high-end club scene. Around the corner from Riche, you'll find places like Stureplan, a massive nightclub spread over 4 floors in a historic building. Each floor has a different kind of music and a different vibe. It's a labyrinth of fun. These places have strict dress codes and can be a bit tricky to get into. But once you're inside, it's a party. It's all about bottle service, dancing under strobe lights, and living it up. It's a dazzling contrast to the cozy pubs and cool hangouts we saw earlier. I love that Stockholm has all of these different scenes. One of the things that I find so incredible about this city is the sheer variety of music you can find on any given night. It's not just one sound, it's a whole orchestra of different styles and genres. You can literally tailor your night to whatever musical mood you're in. Feel like some good old-fashioned rock and roll? In the mood for some soulful jazz? Want to dance until your feet hurt to the latest electronic music? It's a music lover's paradise. In an area like Hornstull, you'll find legendary live music venues like Debaser. This place is a Stockholm icon. So many famous Swedish and international bands have played on its stage. The sound system is amazing, and the energy is electric. It's a bit gritty, in the best way possible. The focus here is 100% on the music. People are packed in, singing along to their favorite songs. It's a pure, authentic experience. It reminds you of the power of live music to bring people together. Then you have the techno scene. Oh boy, the Swedes love their electronic music. There are clubs, like Underbron, that are famous across Europe for their incredible DJs and marathon parties. Alright, let's talk about some practical stuff. Because having a great night out is also about knowing the local customs. Sweden has a few interesting nightlife rules. First, getting into clubs can be an adventure. Doormen, vakter, can be pretty serious. They enforce age limits strictly, so always have your ID. Standard age limits are 20, 23, not 18. That surprises visitors. Another, Systembolaget, the state-run liquor store. Only place to buy wine, or spirits, or beer stronger than 3.5%. You can't buy a bottle of wine at regular grocery stores. They have limited hours. They close in the early evening. They're closed on Sundays. So Swedes plan ahead. Enter Förfest culture. Förfest fraser pre-party at someone's home. Friends drink and hang out before going out. At bars, etiquette is simple and polite. Order at the bar. Tipping isn't big like the US service is usually included. If service was great, round up or leave a small amount. Bartenders are pros. Treat them with respect. Expect nightlife to be pricey. Alcohol is taxed heavily. Nights out cost more than you might expect, but it's worth it. Social rule. Swedes may seem reserved at first. They value personal space. Don't mistake it for unfriendliness. Once you talk, they're warm and funny. Break the ice with a simple hedge and a smile. These tips make the night smoother. It's all part of the adventure. We've talked about the places, but let's get down to the delicious details. What are we drinking? Of course, you can get a great beer or a glass of wine anywhere, but when in Stockholm, you have to try some of the local specialties. The cocktail scene, as we saw at Farmarium, is world-class. Bartenders or mixologists here are true artists. They love using local, seasonal ingredients. You'll find drinks made with lingonberries, cloudberries, elderflower, and dill. Yes, dill. It's surprisingly refreshing in a gin-based cocktail. Don't be afraid to ask for a recommendation. Then there's the classic Swedish spirit, aquavit or akvavit. It's a strong spirit, usually flavored with caraway or dill. It's traditionally served ice-cold in a small shot glass, often alongside food, especially during celebrations like Midsummer or Christmas. But you don't have to wait for a holiday. Some modern bars are now using aquavit in really creative cocktails. It has a unique savory flavor that's unlike anything else. Having a small glass of aquavit is a true Swedish experience. It'll warm you up from the inside out. Skål. That's how you say cheers. Let's not forget the beer. Sweden has a booming craft beer scene. All over Stockholm, you'll find microbreweries and bars dedicated to serving amazing local brews. They make crisp lagers, hoppy IPAs, and rich dark porters. A great place to explore this is Akkurat, a bar with a massive list of beers from Sweden and around the world. It's a beer lover's dream. Trying a beer from a small Stockholm brewery is a great way to taste the local flavor. They are incredibly passionate about it here. And for a non-alcoholic option that's uniquely Swedish, you have to try lingonberry juice or lingondricka. It's sweet, it's tart, and it's incredibly refreshing. You'll find it everywhere. Swedes grow up drinking it. It's like their version of lemonade. Many bars will have it, and it's a great choice if you're pacing yourself or just want to try something different. The drinks here tell a story about the landscape and the culture. From foraged herbs in a cocktail to the tart berries in a juice, it's all part of what makes a night out in Stockholm so special. So, we've been hopping all over the city. Gamla Stan, Söder, Östermalm. How are we doing it? Well, the great news is that getting around Stockholm at night is incredibly easy. The public transport system here is fantastic. It's clean, it's safe, and it runs late. The subway system, the tunnelbana, is the best way to cover longer distances, and you have to see the stations. They call it the world's longest art gallery. Many of the stations are carved out of the bedrock, decorated with amazing paintings, sculptures, and mosaics. Even late at night, the tunnelbana feels safe. The platforms are well lit, and there are always people around. The trains come frequently, so you never have to wait long. Besides the subway, there are also buses and trams that can get you almost anywhere you need to go. You can buy a travel card that works for all modes of transport, which makes things super simple. Just tap and go. Of course, there are also taxis. They are plentiful, reliable, but they can be expensive, especially late at night. Uber also operates here and works just like it does everywhere else. One thing to know about taxis in Sweden is that the prices are not regulated. This means you should always check the price on the yellow and white label on the taxi's window before you get in. Or, even better, agree on a fixed price with the driver before you start your journey, especially if you're going a long way. But honestly, One of the best ways to get around is on your own 2 feet. Stockholm is a wonderfully walkable city, especially in the central areas. The different neighborhoods are close to each other, and walking from one to the next allows you to see so much more. You discover little side streets, charming squares, and beautiful views you would miss underground. A late-night walk across a bridge, with the city lights sparkling on the water, is an unforgettable experience in itself. It's safe, it's beautiful, and it helps you walk off some of those meatballs. Here we are at the end of our night. We're sitting by the water, looking out at the city. The sky is starting to get a little bit lighter in the east. The party is winding down, but the beauty of Stockholm remains. What a night! We've seen so much. We started in a cozy historic bar, moved to a cool Bohemian hangout, and then danced in a glamorous club. We've tasted strange and wonderful drinks, listened to all kinds of music, and met some lovely people. This city's nightlife is something special. What I love most is the balance. Stockholm manages to be both incredibly modern and deeply respectful of its history. You can be in a 400-year-old cellar bar 1 minute and a hyper-modern techno club the next. The city embraces both. It's this combination of old and new, of elegant and edgy, that makes it so fascinating. It doesn't feel like one single scene. It feels like a collection of many different worlds, all coexisting in one beautiful place. There's a night out for every mood, every taste, and every age. There's also a sense of quality in everything. The drinks are made with care. The music venues have great sound. The spaces are beautifully designed. Swedes take having a good time seriously. They do it with style and with a sense of order. It's an organized fun, which I find so charming. It's not chaotic, it's curated. And underneath the stylish exterior and the sometimes reserved surface, there's a real warmth and a genuine desire to connect and have fun. It's a joy to be a part of. So, here's my final thought. If you think of Stockholm as just a city of beautiful design, history, and meatballs, you're only seeing half the picture. The other half comes alive after dark. It's a city that knows how to let its hair down in a dozen different ways. It's sophisticated, it's diverse, and it's just plain fun. To Stockholm and to the wonderful nights it shares with us, Skål, now. I wonder if there's a place open for an early breakfast. I'm starving. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more adventures.